Hey y'all. Oh my gosh. Today's conversation is going to cause rifts. Okay, I want us to agree on two things before I get started. Number one, can we just agree to disagree that some of us are not going to agree on this topic that I'm going to talk to you about, 30 thrillers, today? Second of all, if you don't like what I'm about to say and you don't like my point of view on this, you should be thinking, thank God I don't have to date Janae. Or thank God I don't have to be Janae's friend. It's literally that simple. So my topic today is texting versus calling when dating. Ooh, okay, lots of you get rubbed the wrong way when I say I prefer calling. I mean, a lot of you get really adamant about how I need to step out of the 1950s and join today's world. And I've heard everything from I'm high maintenance to get with the program. Let me tell y'all something. I personally believe that, and I know how I want to be treated. If a man wants to ask me out, which I'm flattered, I prefer that he call me and ask me on a date. Set up the date. You know what I'm going to do for you in return? I'm going to show up on time. I'm going to be polite. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to make sure I ask you a ton of questions, make sure you have a good time. So this is a two-way street. So recently I have given my phone number to two nice gentlemen, and I specifically told both of them to please call me. In other words, I felt like I was giving them the answers to the test. I specifically said, please call me. I don't like texting with individuals that I don't know that well. I think there's so much room for misinterpretation in texting nowadays. Like, you might be sending a message and I think you're mad when you're joking. I can't stand that. I would rather just cut to the chase. B, I don't know you that well. So if you call me and we have a 5-minute conversation, quite possibly we will discover that we don't have very many things in common and we don't want to waste each other's time. Or we might discover that we have a lot in common and can't wait and look forward to seeing each other. Otherwise, how's your day? Hey, beautiful. How's your day? Oh, hey, how's your day? Oh, hey, how's your night? Like, this gets old for a lot of women. I'm not just saying this for me, number one. And number two, how many girls are you texting that to? 20? 30? So I feel this big. If I'm going to respond to a message like that, that's why I personally prefer when someone calls me, because I feel like they made a baby bit of effort. That's all I'm asking. One of the guys who was texting me after I specifically said, please call me, was extremely offended when I didn't respond. In fact, he called me high maintenance. He said that I need to get off my high horse. And the third thing he said was he was at work for 3 days straight, so he couldn't call me. And I was like, bro, I would never want your job. Like, maybe you should talk to your boss. And number two, I simply asked you to give me a 5-minute phone call at night. I didn't expect you to call me during the day. I'm not unreasonable. And second of all, like, I'm so sorry that I really put you out by asking you to call me for 5 whole minutes. Okay, my sister-in-law, she has 3 children. She's married. She has a full-time job and she has friends. She still finds time to call me. My best friends that live all over the country, we text all the time. I don't have anything against texting, but they know every blue moon to give Janae a call because I like the personal interaction. I want to hear you laugh. I want to hear you smile. I want to hear how your day was when it's bad so we can talk about how to make it better. I don't think this is being unreasonable. Okay, so if you're already rolling your eyes and saying, oh my gosh, this girl is off her rocker, no one calls anymore, every single guy that I've dated in the past for long periods of time had all called me because they knew I preferred that. And I appreciate that so much. Some guys recently said to me, well, I'll call a girl, right? And she'll send me to voicemail and then immediately text me back. Good. Follow her lead. If she's uncomfortable on the phone, I have friends who don't like to talk on the phone. By all means, follow her lead. Respect how she wants to be treated. But on the flip side of that, please stop coming up to me and saying, Janae, I'm so sick of asking women out and all they do is come out so that they can have free drinks or free dinner. I'm like, well, did you call her? Well, no. Well, did she meet you that night that you reached out to her? Yeah. I'm like, okay, all right. Here's when I get like a little bit defensive of calling, because I'm like, you could easily have solved that or figured that out over the phone. Like if a woman answers the phone and you guys plan a place to meet and, or you go to pick her up or you do like a little bit of courting, that takes a little effort, and maybe the woman might not just go and use you and abuse you for your money one night. I don't know what every woman's agenda is with dating. I can only say in this whole entire message is I'm not saying calling is better. I'm not saying texting is better. What I'm saying is you should just respect how someone wants to be courted, because if you're going to court that person, it might do you some good to play into how they want to be treated. This goes along with consequences. This goes along with love languages. I mean, people like, it's not rocket science. In fact, I heard a guy on the radio yesterday say, guys, here's how you score with women nowadays. You go on a date. You pick her up at the time you said you were going to. You take her to the restaurant. You go to dinner. And if you don't throw up at dinner or don't say something stupid, you're pretty much in. And I was thinking in my head, that is absolutely true. Women's standards have gotten so low nowadays. That's why I personally like when a man calls me, he's taking a little extra effort. I mean, back in the day, men had to show up at your house and ask your father's permission. Then they used to call you on your little Mickey Mouse phone in high school to ask you out. And nowadays, people are getting offended if you're not responding to text. Whoa. So that is my personal way that I want to be treated. I would love to hear your opinions as long as you're not bashing the way I want to be treated. I'm not bashing anyone for preferring to be asked out via text message. I'm just saying, please respect how someone wants to be treated. That's it. I mean, it's really not that hard, but I feel like I had to bring this up today simply because both of the guys that I gave my number to were put out that I didn't want to continue talking to them over text. And I just want to put this message out there that, if someone wants to be treated a certain way and you want to see them again, maybe you should, I don't know, treat them that way. I know this was like a little harsher of a topic, but I wanted to bring it up anyway. I do like to text, so please don't say, oh my gosh, you're in the 1950s, girl. I do enjoy meeting people. I just personally like personal interaction versus electronic everything. I get that I'm making videos, but it's been so much fun because lots of people are reaching out and communicating, and I think that's all I want in this lifetime, just a little personal interaction, you know what I'm saying? So don't waste the pretty. I hope y'all can at least respect that I'm putting this out there and that I'm not judging anyone for the way that they choose to be treated. I'm just saying maybe everybody should try to be a little bit more accommodating. And guys, I'm just saying, maybe make a phone call to a girl. We know you're texting tons of women at the same time. I personally feel special when a guy takes time out to call me because then I know he's really interested. Personally, my opinion. Anyway, I hope y'all have a fabulous night. I'm off to a charity event and I have some really awesome stuff in the works for next week. I really appreciate your continued prayers and I really appreciate everybody reaching out to me. It has been so much fun. Don't waste the pretty. Bye, y'all.